What's up, everybody? Hey, it's Tyler from Dirt Road Country here, and it is the middle of March, and it's a great time for new music. The girl sitting right next to me just put out her EP. It's called That Girl. Kat Luna joins me. Kat, what's
What's
going on?
up, guys? Good to see you guys. I'm excited to be here. This is really cool.
Absolutely. Congrats on having that EP out in the world. How does it feel having it out there?
It feels like dropping off your kid at school or like for the first time ever, even though I don't have a baby or anything. But it feels so surreal because it's been a work in progress for 2 years, and now getting to show the world's the final product is surreal, and I just can't wait to see what everybody has to say, and hopefully it just touches them as much as it did me.
Now, something that's really cool that is, I don't really find many artists out there, and I'm sure a lot of people have the same experience. And you're kind of almost like a one of a kind thing where you intertwine English and Spanish in your songs, and I think it's really cool. How did that all come to be, and how'd you think of doing that? I think it's great.
So I'm Cuban American. My parents were born in Cuba. They came at a young age, and I was born in Miami, Florida, and it is super, super, it's like Cuba over there, basically,
Okay.
in the best ways. And I was born and raised, Spanish was my first language, and then I learned English going to school. And I was listening, growing up, I was listening to like Garth Brooks, and then I would listen to Celia Cruz. So it was like a mix and mesh of it my whole life. And then so whenever I went into writing my songs, I was like, hey, there's no better way to do it than like be the most authentic version of myself. And as a little girl, I didn't see that much representation for girls like me in country music, so I wanted to just be that for them.
So I know you just mentioned a couple artists, but growing up down in Miami, I've also heard good things about Little Havana. I'd love to go there.
Yeah. Yes, Little Havana used to get crazy. It feels like it's called Little Havana because it feels like Cuba. I've never personally gone there, but my mom and grandparents have shown me a million pictures. So I feel like I have, and especially going there. And the food's incredible, and the people are just so sweet, and people are playing dominoes in the
That's
street. It's really cool.
Yeah, so as I was mentioning, you mentioned a couple artists that you listened to growing up. Now, who were some of those biggest influences that got you into country music and wanting to pursue the genre as a professional artist?
Okay. My grandfather's a Cuban cowboy. I call him that because growing up, he'd play Garth Brooks. He'd play, um, honestly, everybody in it. Johnny Cash, like all the old greats.
Mhm.
And then my grandma would play Celia Cruz, and then she would play like Shakira, just like everything. And even Celine Dion was thrown in there, believe it or not, for a non-English speaking household. But it was really cool getting to have those influences at such a young age. And then as I got a little bit older, I know she's not in country music, but Adele and Chris Stapleton. So I just like molded my sound. I try to find my sound through all those people. And yeah, it got me to now.
Well, I mean, it just sounds like you had a long list of great music in the household growing up, so that's always a good thing.
They gave me good taste in music.
That's for sure. And you accomplished something really cool as well. There's this thing called the CMT Next Women of Country. For those that don't know, it's a pretty huge thing in country music. And you were in the class of 2025. Just found that out. How does it feel? And
It
congrats.
is, thank you so much. It is, I don't even believe it. I was so surreal whenever I found out. I think the video's up already of me, and I was just like, literally, that's my reaction. I'm like, I can't believe that I get to share that with such other incredible women. And as a Latina, getting to be up there is really cool. I don't know.
I love
It's
that.
this whole month has just been unreal for me.
Yeah, also making Grand Ole Opry debut. What was it like stepping into the hallowed circle?
Oh my goodness. It felt like the most undescribable. It felt like I was stepping out of reality for a second, but in the coolest way. And it felt like an honor getting to step up where all the other greats before me have, and getting to share my music with the crowd. And they were so supportive and incredible. And I hope I get to go again.
Now, before we get into the swing of things with festivals and everything, what can we expect from you for the rest of the year? Because I know, I mean, there's another 10 months ahead practically.
Yeah. More music, hopefully some touring and more live things. I really hope to get to do more live things this year.
Awesome. Well, I think it's going to be a great year for you. You've already got a bunch going on and great things. Thanks so much for joining me, Kat. And folks, if you don't follow her on Instagram, TikTok, all the other social media platforms you could find her on, if you haven't streamed that girl, go do all of that. Go do everything I just said. Kat, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tyler. Bye, guys.